Hello everyone. So we continue with the completeness property of real numbers. Now the completeness property of real numbers was that every non-empty subset of real numbers that is bounded above has a supremum in real numbers. Let us have a look at this theorem. Every non-empty subset of real numbers that is bounded below has an infimum in R. Let S be a non-empty subset of R that is bounded below. Let L belong to R be a lower bound of S. So we define T as negative of all members of the set S, so minus S, where S belongs to S. Now we claim that minus of L is an upper bound of T. Since L is in lower bound of S, we have L is less than equal to S for every S in S. Multiplying this with negative sign, we will get minus S is less than equal to minus of L for every S in S. In other words, every member of T, say T is less than equal to minus L for every T in T. So this number minus L is an upper bound for T. We wanted to prove this only. So T is a non-empty set that is bounded above. By completeness property, we get U is equal to supremum of T, which exists in R. So U is less than equal to minus L. Now we claim that minus of U is infimum of S. So again we have, for any S in S, we have S is greater than equal to minus U, because minus S is less than equal to U, since U was an upper bound of T. This means minus U is lower bound of S. Now suppose there is some another lower bound of S, say M. Then as we have seen before, minus M is an upper bound for T. So U is less than equal to minus M, because U is equal to supremum of T. So M is less than equal to minus U. Multiply this by negative sign, which shows that minus U is infimum of S. Next theorem, if S is a bounded non-empty subset of R, then we have to prove that infimum of S is always less than equal to supremum of S. Since S is a non-empty set, we choose some number S from the set S, then by definition this number S lies between infimum and supremum. So infimum of S is less than equal to S is less than equal to supremum of S, and hence we can see that infimum of S is less than equal to supremum of S. Now we see this example 14. What can you say about a non-empty subset S of real numbers for which supremum of S is equal to infimum of S? So basically we are saying the supremum is equal to infimum. So the greatest lower bound is equal to the least upper bound. Then any element of S, say small s, we say in supremum S is equal to infimum S. Supremum S is equal to infimum S is less than equal to supremum S. So all these numbers are equal. So S is equal to supremum S is equal to infimum S. This implies S consists of a single element, say small s, which is equal to supremum S or infimum S. Next example, let S be a bounded set in R and T be a non-empty subset of S. Show that infimum of S is less than equal to infimum of T is less than equal to supremum of T is less than equal to supremum of S. So we have basically, you have this is if this is your T, then T is contained in S. The one I have marked in green, this is your S. So infimum of S is less than equal to infimum of T is less than equal to supremum of T is less than equal to supremum of S. Now let's see proof. Notice that the set T is bounded. Let alpha equal to infimum of S. Then alpha is less than equal to S for every S in S. Since T is contained in S, then alpha is less than equal to T for every T in T also. Thus alpha is lower bound of T. So alpha is less than equal to infimum of T. That is, infimum of S is less than equal to infimum of T. Now let beta equal to supremum of S. Then S is less than equal to beta for every S in S. Since T is contained in S, we get T is less than equal to beta for every T in T. So beta is an upper bound for T. So we get supremum of T is less than equal to beta. and beta was supremum of S, so supremum of T is less than equal to supremum of S. Thus, we have seen earlier that infimum of T is less than equal to supremum of T. Thus, we conclude that infimum of S is less than equal to infimum of T is less than equal to supremum of T is less than equal to supremum of S. Next example, let S be a non-empty subset of R that is bounded below. Show that infimum of S is negative of supremum of set consists of negative numbers of S. So infimum of S is equal to minus of supremum of minus S, where S belongs to S, set S. Let infimum of S is equal to L. Then L is less than equal to S for every S in S. Multiply this by negative sign, we get minus L is greater than equal to minus S for every S in S. We define a set T of all minus S such that S belongs to S. Then minus L is greater than equal to T for every T in T. Thus this set T is bounded above and minus L is upper bound of T. We claim that this minus L is supremum of T. Let M is less than minus L. Multiply by negative sign, we get minus M is greater than L, but L is equal to infimum of S. So there must exist some number in set S such that S is less than minus M or minus S is greater than M. Set T equal to minus S, we get that there exists some number T such that M is less than T. Thus this number M is not an upper bound of set T. We conclude that minus L is supremum of T. Next example, if you have two non-empty sets A and B which satisfies the property that A is less than equal to B for every A in A and B in B, then supremum of A is less than equal to infimum of B. So for any B in B, we get that A is less than equal to B. This means that B is an upper bound of for A. So taking supremum, we get supremum of A is less than equal to B. Also this is true for every B in B. So we can take infimum over B. So we get supremum of A is less than equal to infimum of B. Now we have next example. Let A and B be two bounded non-empty subsets of R such that, and we define A plus B as set of all A plus B where A belongs to A and B belongs to B. We have to show that supremum of A plus B is same as supremum A plus supremum B, and infimum of A plus B is same as infimum A plus infimum of B. Now we let U1 equal to supremum A and U2 equal to supremum B. Then A is less than equal to U1 for all A in A and B is less than equal to U2 for every B in B. So A plus B is less than equal to U1 plus U2. So U1 plus U2 is an upper bound for A plus B. Now to show it is supremum, we have to show it is the least upper bound. So let U be any real number such that U is less than U1 plus U2. Then U minus U1 is less than U2, which is equal to supremum of B. So U minus U1 is not a upper bound for B. So there must exist some number in B, say small b, such that U minus U1 is less than B. Now U minus B is less than U1, which is equal to supremum of A. So U minus B cannot be an upper bound for A. So there must exist some number in A such that U minus B is less than A. So U should be less than A plus B for some number A and B. So this number U is not an upper bound for A plus B. Thus we can conclude that U1 plus U2 is supremum of A plus B. Similarly, we can prove this for infimum also, that infimum of A plus B is same as infimum A plus infimum B. Next example, let S be a non-empty bounded subset of R. We have to show that for positive A, AS consists of all numbers of A into members of S. So AS, we have to prove that supremum of AS is A times supremum of S and infimum of AS is A times infimum of S. That is, constant number A is just coming outside. Similarly, if B is negative, then supremum of Bs is B times infimum of S. Please note that if the number is negative, supremum is changing into infimum. So supremum of Bs is equal to B times infimum S, and infimum of B times S is equal to B times supremum of S. So proof, let U is equal to supremum of S, then S is less than equal to U for every S in S. Since A is positive, we get AS is less than AU, so AU is an upper bound of AS. Now we have to show that it is the least positive upper bound. So let V be any number such that V is less than AU. So V by A is less than U. So V by A now cannot be supremum of S. V by A cannot be now upper bound of S since U was supremum of S. So there exists some number S in that set S such that V by A is less than S. That is V is less than AS. So V is not an upper bound of this set AS. So thus we get AU is supremum of AS. Therefore supremum of AS is A times supremum of S. Similarly we can show this for infimum. Now let us see for negative numbers. If we let L equal to infimum of S, then L is less than S for every S in S. Since B is negative, multiplying will give you BS is less than equal to BL. So now BL is an upper bound for this set BS. We will prove that this BL is supremum for BS. So let U be any real number such that U is less than BL. If B is negative, divide both sides by B. The sign will change. We will get U by B is greater than L. Now since L was infimum of S, this implies that U by B cannot be a lower bound for S. Thus there exists some number in S such that U by B is greater than S. So U is less than B into S since B is negative. U is not an upper bound for the set BS, and so BL is supremum of BS. Thus we get that supremum of BS is B times infimum of S. Similarly, it can be shown that infimum of BS is equal to B times supremum of S.